Right, morning all. It's Saturday morning. It's a little bit later in the morning than I had planned to come out, a bit earlier, if that makes sense. It's 9:20. Now I've got no church ruins or churches or anything to visit today. What I was going to do to force myself to get out more and do some walking, I have got a book and it shows me where all the trig points are in Hertfordshire and Bedfordshire. Apparently there's 44 of them. Now they all, I mean, I don't know whether you know the history of trig points. I'm not going to bore you with all the fucking details, but I will leave a link in the description below. And there's a guy who's done a video on them about why they're put in certain locations, what they do, what all the bits and pieces of them are, and it's quite interesting actually if you're into that sort of stuff. Anyway, I've got to give thanks to my manager. It was him that recommended this book. He bought it, and then I thought, yeah, I'm going to do the same, because he's on a bit of a weight loss journey as well, and I think he's going to start doing his logging of all these trig points next year. But I wanted to get on it straight away. I thought it was a great idea. So Darren, if you ever come across this video, thank you very much. You're a star for that, and I look forward to getting through as many as I can with these. So anyway, the idea was we was going to go out today and I was going to make a start on this. I already had a look for one in Stevenage, and I think the one that I couldn't find, I think it's actually in a school ground, so I can't get to it anyway. I think I might be completely wrong, but I did kind of give up because I don't know whether you can see from there, but it's fucking pissing down with rain. Of course it is. You know, it was just as I was going to do something like this, get out walking and go exploring, it was pissing down with rain. Typical, innit? Anyway, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get out of Stevenage. I want to go into the country. There is one nearby in a place called Therfield, which is just up the A505, not too far away from here. That's out in the sticks, so I might go and have a hunt for that one, but I think I might have to wait for the rain to ease off a bit, because I don't want to get too saturated. That's just going to put me off, you know. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. If I don't get any done today, I will bring you back tomorrow and we'll start all over again. It is definitely autumn at its best today. It's beautiful out here. It could be a little bit less blustery, but it's really nice. It's really therapeutic. It really is. I can't recommend it enough. Again, I've said that a million times, haven't I, about coming out for a walk and just doing this. But I just wish there's certain people in my life that I've spoken to about doing this, and they're like, oh, I don't know. But just, I think as soon as you're out there, as soon as you take the first few steps, or you get into a location, you know, like where I am right now, it is worth it. All right, you might get a little bit muddy, your shoes might get a little bit dirty, but just to be here, just to out of your house, away from the telly, away from your fucking mug of coffee and your fags and, you know, all that crap. I think it just, it clears your mind a bit, you know. It's like this big release for me. You know, there are a lot of worries in life, as we've all got them, but doing something like this, just to take a little bit of time out, a break from normality, it really helps. It does, you know, the fresh air and just seeing this away from everybody else, you know. You're out on your own, just enjoying this, just peace and quiet, you know. It really is nice. So if any of you haven't been to it, you know, if any of you haven't done this yet, not walking here but somewhere else, some other wooded area, then just force yourself tomorrow morning, get up, have your drink, go and have a walk. It really will make you feel good. I had to take a little bit of footage of that gate back there. I'd never seen one like that before in my life, but it's a really good idea. Just, you know, a bit of metal with a chain on either side, you pull it back, you step through, and it falls back into position to stop animals getting through, I guess. But that's the first time I've ever seen one like that. Anyway, I have to be careful around this area because just up there's a golf course. And they also play across the road. You know, they tee off and then the flag's on this side of the road. Never seen that before neither, and I've driven down there a fair few times over the years, but luckily never been hit by a golf ball. And fair play to all the golfers that are out there today playing in these conditions. It's very blustery, but they're still out there doing it. One way to keep fit, I guess, isn't it? Well, I seem to have got myself into the middle of a field. I don't know whether this is private land or a public walkway or not. I can see tyre marks on the ground, but I can't see any footprints. Anyway, I was just chatting to a dog walker, and she's also a member of not Camp Beagle, but another variation of the Camp Beagle, and we was talking about dogs and things, and yeah, fair play on her. She's a retired woman, comes out every day with her dogs and likes to go for walks and that sort of stuff. And then we got on the topic of camper vans, and I said about what I do living in a van and being self-sufficient, and she says that was what her and her partner were planning on doing, but unfortunately her partner died 9 years ago and they never got the opportunity to do the whole camper van thing. So this is where my mind gets thinking about doing things that you want to do. Instead of thinking about them, you just fucking do it. Just get on it, because you never know what's going to happen, like the next minute or the next day. You know, we can think about doing things but never actually fucking do it. So if you are planning on getting a van or doing anything, actually, you know, travelling abroad or getting fit or getting married or just trying something, then just get on it before it's too late and time runs out. Like I say, you never know when it's going to end. You never know what's around the corner. So if you have got a plan to do something, get it done. So if I got this right, I'm on a section of the Hertfordshire Way. Now, if I keep following this straight for about a mile or so, it's going to take me up to the Trig point, or the what three words. What three words is telling me where the Trig point is supposed to be. If that's true, then I'm going to be right near a church. I'm going to be right near the Therfield church. Now, I did do a walk up here a few videos back and put the drone up, but I think it was on a Sunday and I couldn't get into the church because there was a service going on. So I'm going to try and find that Trig point first, and then have a wander over to the church to see whether it's open today. again, okay, all right, it's a bit of a shit day, as you can tell. But the good thing is it's kept a lot of people indoors, hasn't it? So I've got the run of the country by myself, really. And I like that. I'd rather it like that. But it would be nice out here on a nice blue sky day, definitely. It really would. Yesterday would have been ideal. It was a nice crisp autumn day. But obviously at the weekend, when I want to come out and do this sort of stuff, the weather turns a bit naughty, but never mind. It's just one of them things, isn't it? I'm still going to enjoy myself. Right, according to the map, I'm about 8 minutes away from the What 3 Words location, but I've got a bit of a steep climb to attack first. But that's not a problem. Take it at my own pace. I suppose this is one benefit of walking on my own. I ain't got to try and keep up with anyone else. Right, well that's disappointing. I got to the exact location of What 3 Words, right, and it's was it a 4 metre square, something like that. I was right there, right in there, right in the middle of this square. There's no trig point there, so either there isn't a trig point or the What 3 Words is wrong. But the What 3 Words is what was listed in that book that I've got the trig bag in, but it ain't now. That's rather disappointing. I'm not going to do any more research on it, not right now anyway, because the signal's pretty crap on the phone, and I'm going to go and have a quick nosy at the church. But alright, it's a bit of a disappointment, but I've still walked well over 4 miles to get here, so it's a good hike, and I got to see some nice things and enjoy the peace and quiet, so it's all good. Well, this is St Mary's Church in Therfield. Again, it's a beautiful church. So, okay, I'm a bit disappointed about not finding the trig point, but this, I don't know, this makes up for that. It's a nice place. It's a nice place to come and sit down as well, you know, just take the weight off your feet just for a bit before I do the rest of the hike back. And it gives me an opportunity just to sit here and think, really. You know, I'm not a religious man, but there's something nice about being in a place like this, just thinking, you know, just some quiet time, I guess. I don't know, I can't explain it unless you do it yourself. Come here when there's no one here, you know. Like I say, you've got to experience it yourself, but there's something quite peaceful, and it just gives you a moment, gives you a space to sit and contemplate things. Do you know, I always feel better after visiting a church. It just makes my day. Again, not a religious man. I just like the building. I like the architecture. I just like the fact that it's peaceful and you can just be on your own. You know, because everywhere you usually go, there's always someone else, isn't there? And you don't get time to think. And I think a lot of us are guilty for never taking time out to have a bit of quiet time. Unless we're lying in bed, but then you're playing with your phone or got the telly on, or, you know, you don't actually take a moment to, I don't know, just to contemplate stuff. Do you know what I mean? Again, I'm sure there's people that think I'm bloody daft and talking nonsense, but I can only tell you what I feel, what I do. I've lived a life where I've always had to be doing something, you know, watching telly or out and about or just doing something. I never took time to just think. But the older I get, the more I realise how important it is, you know, because life's bloody short, isn't it, eh? And one day our loved ones are not going to be with us anymore, and, you know, I just think you need to take a little bit of time and think about them, you know. For anyone that's lost people, you develop this fear of forgetting what they sound like. So I try very hard to think about my parents every day and think about what they sound like, what their voices are, something, you know, a phrase I would say. That way they can stay with me. But, you know, it will happen. It'll end up becoming weaker in time, I'm sure. You know, you'll forget what they sound like. Does anyone else agree with me on that? I don't know. Anyway, it started to rain now, so I'm going to head back to this nature reserve. I have no idea how to get there, but I'm sure I'll find it. It's not too far away. Well, I'm meant to be walking down a country lane just there, but it's quite busy, to be fair. So I've hopped up the side of the road and I'm on the side of a farmer's field. I'm hoping it will get me where I need to go, but I've got to walk down here for about a mile, then turn right and head off down another way. But I don't know, the camera's not going to pick this up, but there is a massive herd of deer on the field just in front of me. I've never seen so many in my life. There is loads of them. They haven't seen me yet and they haven't bolted, or maybe they have seen me and maybe they're a little bit more tame than ones I've encountered in the past. But wow, honestly, I've never seen so many like that before. They're all spread out as well. Anyway, I'm not sure whether this farmer's field is going to take me the right way, whether I can carry on walking down. It looks like it's going to start tightening up. I might have made a mistake here. Now, I've done that several fucking times, haven't I? I got lost trying to take a bit of a, well, it's not a shortcut, it just gets me off the main road because I don't like that. Yeah, there you go, they're all running off now. Mental. Wow, never seen anything quite like it. Couldn't tell you what sort of deer they are. There's deers with antlers, and I think they're the male, aren't they? The stags, and then there's loads of the, is it does, is it? Wow. Anyway, I'm going to press on down here a little bit further and see what happens. I tell you what, lane walking really isn't something I enjoy, so I keep jumping up on those verges. Now my feet are absolutely fucking sopping. Now I'm meant to be wearing my nice new boots, but I'm wearing these trainers right out, and I think they're gonna end up in the bin today. So I've had my miles out of them. I'll bin them later on today, I think. Start afresh tomorrow with some nice new boots. That concludes my hike around Therfield. Highly recommend that place. It's very picturesque, very scenic. I didn't really get a main look at like the high street. I don't know whether there was any shops there, but I know there was a pub and a church, and that's all you need, isn't it, I suppose. But it is a really nice location, especially in the autumn. All the trees are turning. There's public right-of-ways everywhere going through farmland and woodland, and yeah, it's a tremendous place to walk. If you go there, set your sat-nav for Therfield Heath. It will take you to a lovely little car park by Royston Golf Club, and just there you're really high up and you've got a good view of everything around you. Plus there's also a McDonald's just down on the main road, so you can grab yourself a coffee or whatnot and go and sit in the car park, have some good views and eat it all just there, as long as you take your rubbish home with you. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the people that have got this far towards the end of the video, because a lot of my viewers only seem to watch a few minutes of my video and then turn off, so the analytics tell me. So the ones that stick with me, then you have my utmost respect. Anyway, please give me a like and a subscribe and a comment, and I'll catch you all again hopefully tomorrow.